hopefully this should work. I think Twitch is activating before YouTube is. Alright, there we go. It should be on both now. Okay, I have a few notes. Use. Anyways. Oh boy. Okay, so. Hello, before I do my usual stuff at the beginning here, I wanted to mention that I did update the Discord link on the Twitch, as well as my games list. That's a few things that have been a little bit outdated for a little bit. So yeah, I fixed that. I'll probably explain this later as well, maybe at the end of the stream, if I remember. But yeah, and there's some weird things. Some of them are like on pause. I wanted to mention that 3 houses specifically a little bit. That one is, I'm kind of trying to get to a specific point in the story now, and otherwise I'm skipping over streaming a lot of that game because it's not as relevant today, and a lot of it is like extra fluff nowadays. So I kind of skip what seems to be like fluff-ish. Maybe not entirely, but it. Oh well. I guess start playing it off stream while I was not doing streams as much, and I guess can't really fit in the schedule anyways. I have priorities. But yeah, so basically that's why that one's on pause. As soon as I get to that point in the story, I'm probably going to be like immediately trying to fit into a streaming schedule somewhere. Yeah, that's all I've got. So now I have the music. Hello. Sorry. Oh, not that one. Oh boy. Yeah. Kind of in a rush on this one, but yeah, let me turn on my system and we should be good to go after that. Yeah, sorry, it appears I'm not gonna have a stream overlay for the YouTube account because I didn't set that up. So, yeah, I have to set that up extreme if I remember correctly. Rest in peace. Sorry about that. You'll have to go on Twitch to show up on stream. That's okay. The YouTube will have a live chat replay anyways. I think I set that. If I didn't, oops. But I'm like 90% sure that I said it. Like I remember setting up. I was kind of rushing a little bit earlier. Really trying to get some stuff going on because this is an interesting week. Hold on. Okay. I thought I wasn't hearing this. Yeah, now I can hear it. Hopefully you guys aren't hearing it twice, but if you are, that's gonna suck. I need to get, like, headphones. Like, I swear I need to get headphones, but I haven't figured that out. Anyways, we need to get started really quickly, actually. Unfortunately, we are in a bit of a hurry. Whoopsies. Anyways, I got this spread out as much as I could, but we'll see if we collect any new people this time. But yeah, so Julio, today we're playing the definitive edition of the original Hyrule Warriors, while everyone else is like thinking about the new Hyrule Warriors Age of Imprisonment. I'm doing this instead and honestly hoping I can gather some people from that hype. I think it helps that I'm playing on the day before the new one releases rather than day of, because if I did on the day of, then they would be watching stuff for the new one, which they might be doing anyways. People might be doing anyways. Yeah. I might need to move this a little bit. Okay. Yeah, I have a whole set of notes here, which is I'm thankful for because I'm going to have to really like speed through everything if I can. This is a rush order. But yeah. And let me know if you guys can hear my voice over the music. I don't really know. I tampered with the sound settings earlier because I was too soft on the services, unlike the video. My video is too quiet. Now you can look at the visuals here, but yeah. So yeah, Hyrule Warriors started as a fan service game to all of Zelda, built off the gameplay from the Dynasty Warriors games. That is more true for this version of the game than it is for the newer, like, Breath of the Wild era type stuff. Like, the new one is going to be based around, like, Tears of Kingdom, the past in Tears of Kingdom, while Age of Calamity was based on, like, the past of Breath of the Wild. And those games are amazing, but I don't think this game should be left aside and forgotten. This, like, especially the Switch version, is jam-packed with content. If you are tired of the new Zelda era, then I would recommend trying to see if you can get this game, potentially, because it is jam-packed with content due to a similar situation as like Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. It started on Wii U, it received DLC, then it was brought to 3DS, which also got its own exclusive content. And finally, the Switch version has all the content from the past versions, and that's right out of the box. There is no extra DLC on the Switch version. I'm guessing they were getting this out there quickly, and then I assume they were just moving on to Age of Calamity almost immediately, or something to that extent. I don't know. I don't really remember how quickly it came out. How quickly Age of Calamity came out after the Switch, and after Hyrule Warriors Definitive Edition. But I do know that there is a huge distinct... That is a situation. I didn't have to buy any DLC. I'm pretty sure I have all the content. I mean, they're doing a terrible job of advertising if there is more content. Let's be real, it would be right here. They would not be a secret. But no, I think we have all the content. I think they said, you know, this is enough content. It's just surprising that they put all the content from the past versions, because I swear this game is a very good value at what it was on stores. If it's higher than that now, it might not be a good value anymore. Originally it should have been like $60, and like, I mean, at least if you look at the other versions, which are full price for their consoles, this one is like just full price on this console. It's not extra, like, you know, they tacked on $10 extra for Tears of the Kingdom and Mario Kart World. No, this is just the regular, the base price that Nintendo games were usually priced at. And for this case, I would say it was worth it, but to people who don't really care about Dynasty Warriors games, it's not an easy sell. I'll admit that. If you don't care about the Dynasty Warriors gameplay, but for the price, I think you should be willing to give it a shot. Maybe. And I think Age of Calamity, at least, has a demo, but there's some differences. I don't remember if the Definitive Edition got a demo or not. If this game got a demo, I don't remember. If it did, you should definitely try that first. But basically, yeah. And yeah, as I said earlier, this stream is a bit on rush mode. It's a bit on a rush order. Unfortunately, I will be showing you some of the first few story mode missions. Though I got into the wrong mode, I will actually be showing it through the free mode, so I can use any character. I've already done the whole story mode of this game, and I did it with the regular characters. It locks you to certain characters, and the storylines, I think it still tells them in free mode, I'm not sure. We're gonna find out. I don't really remember. It was a long time since I picked up this game, and I just don't remember how much they cut out, and that's not gonna work. That is not gonna work. Is that going to work on other... Okay, yeah, it does work, okay. It works here! Oh, we're gonna see if we're just gonna constantly have moving camera. We're not going to be constantly moving the camera. We're just going to see if maybe this spot works. Anyways. But yeah, and I did want to show a little bit of other modes, like adventure mode. I hope I can still fit in showing off in a little bit of adventure mode, but we'll see. I might have to save that for another stream at some point. It would probably be another shorter stream like this one, and I would just intentionally place it where I need a shorter stream. So basically expect that if I ever have to change plans. Basically, I have a backup plan now, and so that probably makes it more likely that I'll just use that backup plan. If I'm cut short like this. I might end up just switching stream. So yeah, now it's something I wanted to show. Once I got to this screen, yeah, this screen, I want to make sure I selected the first mission. This game came with its own regular characters, which, of course, aren't in Age of Calamity or Age of Imprisonment, probably, because they aren't canon. Nintendo didn't want to make these characters canon. They didn't want to suggest that Linkle, basically female Link who gets lost all the time. They didn't want to suggest that she's canon, unfortunately. Linkle for Smash, by the way. Anyways, but yeah, they also have a bunch of other characters. Now, I will point out, I'm wearing a shirt based off Wind Waker. I have actually not played Wind Waker, and you'll notice there are no Wind Waker characters on the screen right now. Yeah, those were part of a DLC. They were not part of the original story mode, and I didn't unlock them because I never played Wind Waker. And so the irony is I'm like wearing the one shirt that's not represented here at all. The shirt of the one game that's not represented on this screen at all. Which could be. It could be on this screen. There are Wind Waker characters, but they're unlocked from Adventure Mode. And I haven't done that much with Adventure Mode already. But yeah, so we have the Skyward Sword characters. Here's one of the original characters. I gotta say, they don't really fit in design-wise. That's one critique I would have of this, is that, like, you get these original characters, and when they show up, you might be a little bit annoyed by them. But some of them, I like Lana. I think, if I remember correctly. She fits in alright. And I actually didn't realize this wasn't a original character, because I also haven't played Twilight Princess. I want to, by the way. I do want to. Whenever I get a Switch 2, I'm probably going to be playing both Wind Waker off of NSO, and I kind of suspect Twilight Princess isn't slated for NSO. But I kind of suspect next year they'll be giving us Twilight Princess HD. At least, they might be doing Wind Waker HD as well. But I'm pretty confident in Twilight Princess because they just haven't. They didn't announce it for the GameCube, which is weird. They didn't announce it for NSO. And normally when they do that, it means they're getting a version later, like Super Mario RPG. Mother is an exception. They actually took forever to add Mother to NSO, but they just added it to NSO later on. And that was the end. Okay, cool. Cool! These people here expecting a Mother remake. Nope. But anyways, we'll get started here. Let's play. Okay, so we get 3 characters. Let's pick Lana. And we'll pick this. We'll pick the Book of Sorcery because that's a unique thing. And anyways, you can also build up weapons. This is similar in mechanics to Age of Calamity. I do think it'll be easier to pick up this game if you've already played Age of Calamity or Age of Imprisonment. But I think if you have picked up one of those games and you enjoyed them, it's absolutely worth it to get this game too. It's just basically every other Zelda game in one game, and also some sprinkled in original characters like Linkle, and this guy is also an original character, but he's actually hard to notice. I'll admit, Wizro is harder to notice. He just looks like a Poe to me. Like a magic Poe. Extra magic Poe. Anyways, yeah. Wicked Calamity did also have its original character thrown in, but I think he fit in a little bit better. And who knows what Age of Imprisonment does. I mean, actually, they're having to do a lot of original characters. Like, sorry, that thought just reoccurred to me. Yeah, they're having to do a lot of original characters for the Tears of the Kingdom one. Anyways, let's continue picking characters. I'm going to pick Ravio. This guy is from my first game. Ravio is. Now Link is going to be a little bit overpowered. Then again, oh yeah, Lana is also overpowered, but that's okay. Okay, we'll throw in young Link. We'll not throw in the regular Link, we'll throw in young Link. This is level 1, we don't need super overpowered characters here. Oh, I need to unlock things for him anyways. I need to, like, beat a bunch of enemies. If you look on the right, they have a special ability that you unlock only after you beat that number of enemies there. And I still have 4,799 left on this. It was originally 5,000. So yeah, we're gonna keep working on that. I don't remember what they are, but I did take a picture of it. You can sort of check what it is. So yeah, there we go. There's all our characters selected. Absolutely 0 characters that I would have had before. I think it would have been Link, Zelda, and Impa. That would have been at the start here. I'm not sure though. That would have been on this level 1. Yeah, the mechanics are different. They are different from Age of Calamity, and we'll get into that. So, speaking of Age of Calamity, yeah, I played a little bit of Age of Calamity recently to remind myself how that feels to play, how the mechanics are different from this game, and yeah, so we will be talking about that. By the way, the OST of this game is amazing. This game, Age of Calamity 2, I think, I don't actually remember. Go away. I forgot that I needed a separate chat kept open. Good to know. Thank you for reminding me of that, Mr. Random Spammer. Unfortunately, Restream isn't as good about doing that. I think did I kick out their... Okay, I banned them now. Apparently that didn't go through. I just add them to a block list on Restream. Okay, cool. That was weird. Oh well. Anyways, so the battlefield, and so here's our forces, and Link is still here. So that basically means that Link would have been here anyways. I think if they needed to be here for the story, then they are still here. And so that's what happened. Link is just still here. And now we have young Link too. That's not confusing at all. Dark Wizard. I totally didn't just show his name earlier and tell you his name. Dark Forces. Okay, it's just a bunch of Lizalfos. Okay. Yeah, I'm looking over. I don't know why I'm bothering. This is level 1. It'll be a breeze. So yeah, it does still show the story. It will make basically no sense. Yay! Hyrule Field. At least this looks like it's going to show the story. Never mind. I think they didn't really... Where did all these monsters come from? Impa, where did you come from? That's my question. Where did you come from? Right, and I can command people to move around, but it's not going to expect me to do that yet. Who is this soldier anyways? Young Link, weak soldier. I'm too little to fight monsters. Hello, young Link. Guys, I don't have Link. I don't have Link here. Thanks, I'm Proxy, and who are you? I'm Lana. Link, huh? Unusual name, what's it mean? Man, a few words, huh? That's okay. I will play the game instead of reading the dark forces have surrounded Ravio. Ravio! So Ravio is from A Link Between Worlds, if you don't know that. That was my first Zelda game. So yes, I'm a very new Zelda player. A lot of the fan service on this game, it's actually lost on me. But I do know that it's a lot. I can like just acknowledge all of fan service that I do not understand. Okay, I cannot command them yet? Oh. I cannot command them yet. That is interesting. It would have made a little more sense if I had at least Young Link, but no, I'm just using Lana. Okay. That's just how I said it. So, okay. So, Lana is a sorceress. She'll be introduced in some later story thing as well, better. Oh, I need to go over here. It's telling me to go over there with an X. With that X, it's telling me to go over here. On the map. The map. What's telling me to go over here. Oh, and here's another one of the original characters. Volga. Which I think I showed him off earlier. I just didn't comment. He kind of doesn't... Oh. This is using like Ocarina of Time-like mechanics. Maybe. Arguably, but it's basically Dynasty Warriors mechanics. And I already defeated him. Because this is level 1. Get out of my way, boy. I'm Lana. I'm a girl. This doesn't make sense anymore. Hey look, it's Impa. We can play as Impa now. Just kidding. It's going to be Ravio instead. Oh no. They don't have too much voice acting here, do they? Could you be the Great Pumpkin? Oh. Okay, he left. Yeah, beat to me. You've only hidden behind your shields, human and otherwise. Is Volga sliding off again? Fine, send out the next unit. Well, this is interesting. Yeah, I can heal this guy. I'm not sure. It doesn't sound like it's saying we need to save him, though. So maybe that's not the point here. So yeah, this, I do personally think that Age of Calamity is easier to pick up than this game is. Especially if you're coming off Breath of the Wild, Age of Calamity is easier to pick up than this game is to pick up after playing, say, Ocarina of Time or any game that it was based on. As I said earlier, this is built off of the Dynasty Warrior mechanics, I think. Maybe, I haven't played the Dynasty Warriors games to know. Yay! Oh, I have been trapped. That is unfortunate. Destroy the boulders and rendezvous with Ravio. Hi, Link. I don't think it told me to do that, but that is what I'm supposed to do. Which is interesting. Ravio must capture Westfield. Okay. So I can command him to do that. I already know how to do that. But what it actually wants me to do is this. And now I'm going to tell Lana to do something else. So I've probably played the least with Ravio out of all these characters. I think like the last thing I did on this game was unlock Ravio and then play as him like once. He basically uses items from his shop and link to the link between worlds. Sorry, I about to say the wrong name. Okay, I gotta clear out this keep. Basically, I just gotta beat some enemies and then a big boss will appear. In Age of Calamity, I noticed the big boss is normally already there. But in this game, you have to beat a few minor enemies first, and then he'll show up. And then you can immediately press L, and you can just target him. And see there, the keep is captured again. However, it would not be that easy later. Hello there. Mink, look, the princess. Yes, of course. I saw you in the training. Is the princess actually? For some reason, Link is here, but Zelda is not. Okay. Hold on. Okay, it's telling me to go somewhere else. I missed where it was telling me to go. Attack, destroy, massacre, kill the whatever. Blah, 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 blah. Capture both the Central and Eastfield keeps. This is a Synchro keep. I think it wants me to go down here. Unfortunately, I have to go down here. Southfield Keep. Oh, what about that one? What about this one? This one? Okay, it wants me to capture that one and this one. But I think... you know what? Just follow me. Don't like Castle Keep Ball? Okay. So I actually need to command Lana to protect Castle Keep. Or... and Ravio is gonna go over here. Hurry, take it at once. Side mission starts. Capture. Okay, so this is the. That was easy. That'll probably help later. Oh, I didn't need to use that yet, but oh well. That's kind of a waste of the special. In Age of Calamity, you can unlock more special bars. But I don't see that that's an option in this game, unfortunately. So you're just stuck with having one special at a time, but that's okay. Yeah. Again, I think Age of Calamity is... I think it's like not only simpler to understand, but I think it is also easier. Like, I don't think it gets as hard as this game does. Especially in... Where both captured? Wait, what? Wait, how did I capture... Now I must call upon the Great Fairy. Soldiers keep marching towards the fairy fountain? So I can't get over there yet. I'm just gonna have him go over there. I think I'm gonna... Shoot. Actually, I need to command Lana. Lana's attacking this Azalfos right now. That's fine. Ravio. Hold on, I'm gonna make sure that there's nothing I can do in here. I don't see that there's a way through this wall. So I'm just gonna command Ravio. Ravio shall attack in here. And I'll back him up afterwards. Alright, because Lana is for now going to attack the Lizalfos here. Alright, here we go. Now you see what I'm doing with all the command stuff? Yeah, that's what you need to do. As far as I know, there's not another way other than going to the menu in this game. Like, again, they've streamlined this a lot better in Age of Calamity. And I think they made it better in this game. Like, I think each game, they did improve the mechanics as well. In each version of this game, there's only so much they could do. And alright, yeah, this Lizalfos is causing trouble. I think the enemies don't do as much in this game, though. That's the trade-off. At least in the early levels, the enemies in this game the little enemies aren't doing as much. But maybe I just didn't get to a hard enough level to where they were doing more in Age of Calamity. Like when I replayed it recently. Alright, so yeah. Yeah, so I put in my notes here that, like, Age of Calamity is easier to pick up and learn for Zelda fans, especially coming off of Breath of the Wild. The original Hyrule Warriors retains more of the Dynasty Warriors gameplay. And it throws in its own original characters, like the one I'm playing right now. So, yeah. There's all that stuff that makes this a little harder of a sell for people who are Zelda fans and not Dynasty Warrior fans. It's a harder sell for them than Age of Calamity. But I think all of them are good for for allowing you to play as Zelda characters and feel powerful doing it. You really are the dependable sort. Alright, and now we gotta both. Is there anyone around here? I don't see anyone down there. I'm just gonna Send him over there in preparation though, because I think that's where we're gonna end up going. Wait. Actually, I've been playing as Lana for a while, so let's send her up here. Move, invade Hyrule Castle from the northern gate. They never expect it. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Wanna think of plans. That resolve goes head on. That's okay. Here we go. So there's a lot of strategy in this game. You gotta pay attention to all your units and where they're at. Young Link. Okay. Where's Young Link? Just kidding. Young Link can take on this guy as well. And for some reason, Ravio is the one coming over here. We're gonna send Lana to take on that Rock Face Keep. And Ravio is gonna go on and do this. Hello? Uh-oh. Did I misunderstand something? What is it wanting from me? Hold on. Nope, that's not what I wanted. Okay. What am I doing here? Let's see if this is what's happening. I have no idea what's happening. Is there a way I can see the log, the battle log? Okay. What did she say? Soldiers in Krang, follow me to the fairy fountain. The two okay, so I'll keep and Lana will come over here too, just in case. really doesn't seem like Ravio is doing what he's supposed to be doing. I think I just healed someone, but it didn't tell me that, but I think I did. That guy needs some help. This Goron captain doesn't seem to be healed, but... There. Rockboy. You must hurry to the fairy fountain. Reach the fairy fountain immediately. The two must reach the fairy fountain. Uh-oh. I didn't know that was gonna happen. Alright. I think this is what's necessary, so I'm gonna... Where's Link? Mana and Ravio arrived at the fairy fountain. Okay, so we needed both Ravio and Lana. Great Fairy, hear our plea. Please, Princess, you must pull back. We can manage the battle from here. May the gods protect you. Oh, Ravio is gonna pull out. Ravio has carved the magic circle it's ready to use. Okay, that's interesting. Well, bye, Ravio, from the Link Between Worlds. Yeah. And maybe I'll progressively play more of this game as I play more of the Zelda games, so I can understand what's happening. And not just basically be spoiled instead. Is this the end? We've lost the Eastfield Keep. Why? Devastate a faction of the enemy forces. Where's the Eastfield Keep? Okay, so I had to fight this Lizalfos. And young Link is gonna have to... Whatever, I'm just gonna play as young Link. Now, I don't really know what's up with the magic. There's like a separate meter. This is where it gets Interesting. Unleash King Dodongo. Uh-oh. And here's a boss battle. Okay. Here we go. So this is the guy from Ocarina of Time. So it's definitely focused more on Ocarina of Time, but it'll get more into Skyward Sword and those things later. Hook God is powered up. Where is that? Is advancing towards Castle Keep? Where is he? I should be able to see it. There it is. Okay, so there's a break in right here. And I need Young Link to go out to that thing. Okay, so for now, I'm going to change into Lana, and I'm going to let Young Link catch up over there. Why did that get cleared out? Yes, enjoy your time with the king. I have an appointment to attend to. And, okay. Yeah, why is he treated like a mysterious figure, anyways? So we have this guy, and then we still have another obvious villain later on. Eastfield Keep is about to fall. Yeah, we put bombs in its head like normal. And so it's helpful to know what to do. Young Link's attacks aren't quite as interesting. And here I'm using my magic. Yay! Oh. And that was accidentally it. Oh well. The enemy wizard has seized the castle. So the beast was just a distraction. Where is Princess Zelda? Is she safe? We can't find her anywhere. So unfortunately I ended up having too many tasks, and I didn't ever have a chance to have someone split off and attack the one keep. I think Link would have been fine. We can look as Princess Zelda. I pray she's safe. I must ask for your help in finding her. I trust you are willing. Link, be a hero worthy of wearing this tunic. We know the game audio is too low, by the way.
The Triforce is the harmonious union of power, wisdom, and courage. It has been the object of countless battles between the forces of light and darkness. Each time the Triforce fell into the clutches of evil, Hyrule was plunged into misery. But in every age, a hero, clad in green, would restore peace to the land.
Regular Zelda story.
During these dark times, the legendary hero split the spirit of evil into 4 fragments, sealing each away to finally break the cycle of destruction.
Sure, okay.
3 of the fragments were scattered across time and space. The final fragment was sealed in a sacred temple built upon holy ground, imprisoned by the blade of evil's bane.
Okay. And that's the story for this game. Basically, we just have the regular Zelda story, but, you know, you saw what it was. It's now already 10 o'clock. That's kind of crazy. Yeah, so this has all the games. It has Wind Waker 2. And I will show you that here in a bit. Yeah, so this system has... It's pretty complicated. I was having a harder time picking this game back up than Age of Calamity. But it's also been more recent that I played, like, Age of Calamity or Tears of the Kingdom. I played Tears of the Kingdom as well, which Age of Calamity shares some of the, like, mechanics from Breath of the Wild. While this game is more based around, like, Ocarina of Time. And it's been a long while since I played Ocarina of Time. It's been a long while since I played this game. I've never played Dynasty Warriors games. Which this will also share gameplay mechanics of. It's a little... It is a mashup. It is like Legend of Zelda plus Dynasty Warriors. It is more so that than Age of Calamity is. Age of Calamity is a mashup, but that one focuses way more on Breath of the Wild. Age of Calamity does. And as such, if you just play Breath of the Wild, it's going to be easier to pick up the mechanics of Age of Calamity than like having to play all Zelda games, maybe a Dynasty Warriors games, to really easily pick up this game. Maybe. But after you played Age of Calamity, it'll be a little complicated to learn this game. I think, for one thing, you'll learn Age of Calamity's mechanics, and this one works differently still. You can't just expect the same exact way of it. But I can show how it's different. And see, we're collecting these things. I don't think this is as big of a thing. In Age of Calamity, you collect weapons, and I don't know what else you collect. But in the end, but it does end up the same. It's just simpler. Like this bazaar. Okay, this is what I need to show. So yeah, I'm going to show Link. So here in this game, we have this bag market. So with this, make a bag to strengthen warrior. Training dojo. You use rupees to level up. There is a training dojo in Egg Calamity as well. And from there, you just press L to get to services, I think, in Egg Calamity. And this one, you have to press R to get to the bazaar. And it's basically the same set of things. But they work simpler here. I mean, they work simpler in Egg Calamity than they do here. Like, bag market, I don't know how much of this bag market is in Egg Calamity. I don't know that I used it at all when I was playing this game. There was just a lot of things that I kind of had to skip over learning in this game because there was way too much to take in. There's a lot of content in this game, there's a lot of mechanics in this game, and you're not going to necessarily need all of them. Yeah. There's Apothecary, which create and use mysterious mixtures. Or is that what I haven't used? Okay, what is this? Attack bag, defense bag. Okay, so this is like a skill tree, and as you can see, I've barely done anything with it. What is this? New... Oh, this would have been good if I filled this out. I definitely think I filled this out more in Egg Calamity than I did here. I don't think I noticed it here. See, Egg Calamity is easier to pick up, like I said, and so I picked it up there. And now that I played Egg Calamity, I can return to this game. And like, it's like, man, there was things in Egg Calamity that I didn't use in the original game. And like, see, now I'm expecting those things and I'm finding them. Here it is. You can add a new spin attack. You can add new attacks. I mean, I did do these. I don't know. These must have been like early teaching things that I forgot about. Because see, I like just didn't do it again later on. Like, let's see if I did it for any other characters. Like, Linkus has a potion in the bottle, and none of the others have that. Okay, let's look at Zelda. Does she have anything? She has an attack bag. It could be that was like my first playthrough of this. Like my first time, my first session playing this game. And like they first taught me the bag market, and just like, okay, I'm going to use this bag market. And then I forgot in the next play session. It's easy to lose some stuff in this game. It just is. Am I doing a great job of selling this game? No! I'm not. I'm not doing an absolutely great job. But it's easier to figure it out after you played Egg of Calamity. Let me impress that upon you. So if you played Egg of Calamity, then you can play this game next. Or of course you can... Egg of Imprisonment is about to come out. You can buy that game and play that if you want. It's still gonna have the simple... It's gonna have similar mechanics to Egg of Calamity. It's gonna be easier to pick up. Than even this game after playing Egg of Calamity. And I think there's also like a few mechanics in this game where it would be helpful to have played the Zelda games to know what can affect certain bosses. Like it helps you know, like, rocks. It didn't really tell me that I need to use bombs. At least I don't think it did. If it did, I missed that. And maybe it tells you in the story mode, but I just know that from playing Zelda games that you need to throw bombs at the rocks, and you also need to throw bombs at the Dodongo. I learned that from Ocarina of Time. But the other bosses, I'm not as familiar with, I think. And so I didn't know as much of what I'm doing. And this is the smithy. This is what I use the most. I did a little bit of this. You can fuse weapons. And they get abilities. So here, I did use it clearly. Because I have this weapon for her. And you can switch here. You can't switch earlier than that. See, this guy doesn't have as strong of weapons, so I haven't focused as much on building up his weapons than other people. I'm being bothered by a fly right now, I'm sorry. And yeah, so I have these weapons. I can't focus too much on this. But this is something that Age of Calamity has too. And I did it, I think, more in that game. I don't know. I don't really remember what went through my head when I first played this game. I played this one before Age of Calamity. And I do think I got overwhelmed by all the mechanics. I do think that happened, absolutely. Oh, and this, you can check the contents of sealed skills. This is how I know what's under Young Link's abilities. Like, I don't think I did much with Young Link, oopsie daisies. Because it was a fast battle, and Young Link was the third character I unlocked. Let's see here. Appraise skills. Yeah, that's barely anything. And so yeah, I could appraise this, but it costs a lot. It costs a lot of rupees just to tell you what's under that. So you better take a picture so you don't forget. I'm not gonna do it again. Let me see if I can summon up the picture from when I did it. Where is it? I think it's this one. Heart power. Boost attack for every 5 hearts of max health. Okay. And then there's another one in here, I think. Hammer plus powers up your hammer? Oh, there it is. This is a different one I appraised. Special plus, defeating enemies restores attack gauge. I think I did unlock that for Lana. And I ended up moving the ability to another weapon, which I might have used in that fight. I don't remember. Anyways, I'm trying to find... Okay, there was also a one-hit kill skill that I appraised somewhere. And I apparently didn't take a picture of that one. I hadn't figured out, oh, I can take a picture yet. So, whatever. There's one that's still covered up, and it helps. Hold on, let me see if it's on Lana as well. I think it is on Lana. I think it's that one. This 3000, I think that's a one-hit kill. And it gives you a chance of killing enemies. It gives you more of a chance of killing smaller enemies in one hit. And I thought that was kind of cool. But I need to kill 3000 enemies without that first to unlock it. Oh well. Anyways, so yeah, that's this stuff. You can learn this more later. I can show more of this in later streams. But yeah, I'll probably play more of this after I've played more of the Zelda games. Like eventually, maybe I'll play Skyward Sword even. I'd be getting Skyward Sword HD. I do not own that game yet, but I would have to buy it. But yeah, let's leave this mode. So yeah, there's also this My Fairy... What the heck is challenge mode? This mode challenges you with unusual battles. Ganon's Fury. I don't know what that is. Boss challenge. Battle challenge. So these are just other things that I haven't done at all. I don't think I've done any of these. Defeat 1,000 enemies. Ganon's Fury. Defeat 5,000 enemies. Okay. So, do you get anything from those? Genuinely, I don't know. But yeah, My Fairy. You have to unlock fairies from Adventure Mode. And remember I said I hardly touched Adventure Mode before. So like, I scratched the surface of this game by playing the Legend Mode. I played through this mode entirely. See? Look at all these. I didn't even play this one. I didn't play all the rounds in this one. I didn't do this Valley of the Seers, and I didn't do this whatever thing was over here. Hyrule Field. The invasion begins. I didn't even play these. But I finished the main story, I think. Hopefully there's not any characters that I didn't unlock because I didn't do these things. Oopsies. Okay. It really wants me to go into Bazaar mode. I mean, not Bazaar. It really wants me to go into the Bazaar. For some reason. On the second mode. I'm not going to do that right now. So, yeah, maybe I'll continue that on stream later. I don't know. I don't know. I can just do a number of things in this game. There's a whole lot to do. So, yeah. Here's Adventure Mode. I wanted to show this mode off. But I don't think I'm going to be able to play any scenarios because I only have so much time, unfortunately. I can show you the maps, though. So, each of these maps is just like a bunch of scenarios. Each map has a bunch of scenarios that I have to play through, and they have their own gameplay mechanics with cards and stuff. Let me show you through this one. So this one is the simplest to understand. It's based on the original Legend of Zelda game. Like the one that was on NES. The one that's like several years old. That's like 40 years old now or something. And here, let me show you the item card shop. So this is and there are walls. You can look at the map. See if I try to go up here, see my little figure in the middle there. You see Link walking around. Is this young Link specifically? I don't know. But anyways, if I go up through here, look, I teleported. Because there's a wall there. So yeah, there's a map here. And there's little things. So, there is one thing. Here I can search to unlock Tingle. And I've already used a compass. A compass shows you where things are hidden. And what you need to use an item on. But I don't have the correct item for this Ring of Fire. And that's where Tingle is hiding. And then if I defeat if I did the search and I completed this battle, this means that I would unlock the character Tingle for like free mode and etc. Like I already unlocked someone else, I think, somewhere in here. I think. Maybe not. Well, anyways, so I could unlock Tingle, but the problem is I need ice arrows, and ice arrows are over here. And I need to complete this one. And I think I remember, like the last thing I did on this game was try this scenario multiple times. I could not do it for the life of me. It just was not working. If you recognize these bosses, cool. But anyways, I'm not going to try that because it's impossible. I'm not even going to do that on stream. I'm not even going to bother. Maybe I'd try once. In another stream. Maybe I'd try it once in another stream. If I had longer on this stream, then I would have done it. I would have tried it here, but I don't. Sorry. But yeah, if I unlock this, then I could play whatever this battle mode is. It's also worth mentioning that the A rank victory adds a heart onto the character it shows. So that is Gurheim. I might have butchered that name, but it's a character from Skyward Sword. He's pictured there in the little pixel face. And so, an A rank victory would give him another heart across all the modes, I think. And then this would give Agatha another heart if I got an A rank victory. But I'm more interested in the battle victory, but I can't play that battle. And then once I got the battle victory here, I could take the ice arrows and I could search for Tingle. I would reveal him, and then if I played this scenario and beat it, I would have Tingle unlocked. But yeah. And otherwise, there's a whole bunch of slots here. Look at all this. Like, it's gonna be a while before I can unlock whoever this is. I don't know who that is. It's too pixelated. If you know who it is, cool. Maybe it's the Great Fairy. I don't know. But yeah, and here's the item card. So yeah, we'll show you. Use this while searching to identify where an item card can be used. Use this on walls to uncover hidden caves. Use this on trees to uncover hidden stairways. This is a power bracelet you use on heavy rocks or tombstones to uncover hidden stairways. And basically you unlock these by playing the scenarios that show it on the map. It's very complicated. I did tell you that. Use it on... So the Goddess's Harp is used on Goddess Butterflies to make a Gossip Stone appear. Don't really know what that does, but yeah, and I already know what Ice Arrow does. I think I looked it up or something. I don't know what I did. Or, no. Wait. There's a tutorial. I think there's tutorials I can look at. Speaking of, I can look at the tutorials. Okay, the gallery, tutorials. I should have gone up, and I should have been on the top and pressed down, because I think my fairy is all the way down here. Just kidding, I'm wrong. My fairy mode, there it is. My gosh. Okay, so companion fairies are partners who use powerful magic and skills to help you on your adventure. You'll meet all kinds of fairies during adventure mode battles, which I haven't played enough of to find a fairy apparently. I could have sworn I found like a red fairy, but apparently that didn't count. I think because it wasn't in a bottle. This game is complicated, again. If you find fairies in jars, they'll become... Find fairies in jars! I found a fairy that was not in a jar. I guess I could have brought a jar to it, and then I would have unlocked the fairy. I guess. They will become your companions. Gather lots of fairies and work with them to overcome challenges on your adventures. Bringing a companion fairy into battle allows you to use fairy magic. The effects of the magic will become more powerful as the fairy's level increases. So then that's using this button? I've never done that. Unless I did it with a fairy that was in story mode or something. The fairies each have an elemental attribute. Fire, water. Okay, so I probably found a fire fairy. Fire, water, lightning, light, or darkness. When a fairy reaches the recommended element of a stage, when a fairy matches the recommended element of a stage, her fairy magic will be even stronger. Why does that be a her? Okay, by nurturing your companion fairies, you will be able to use various fairy skills that produce different helpful effects in battle. And see, there's a whole mechanic that I didn't touch on. I think I felt satisfied with this game when I started playing it. I had a good experience. Good enough for my money's worth. Actually, probably not for my money's worth, but you know, I had a good experience already. But there's so many mechanics that I just didn't use. Like, literally my fairy mode is not unlocked for me yet. Different kinds of fairy skills become available depending on your fairy's personalities. Collect and nurture fairies with various personality traits to give yourself an edge in battle. Your companion fairies also have a trust level which you can use, which you can increase by giving them food, I probably didn't need to read all of that. Anyways. Oh, and so, see, here's this. Low rule map item cards. And so this is all the stuff. See, here's some various things. Okay. Item card descriptions. Adventure mode. So here it is. this gives all the descriptions, and so I saw this on like, I think it was like a loading screen, and it showed me this, and I was like, oh, that's how I knew what I needed. So we already know these. I showed these. Ladder. Use this to move across a single space of water. That's new. Still haven't unlocked the ladder. Water bomb. Use this on submerged rocks to destroy them. Digging mitts. Use these on soft earth to uncover hidden stairways. The ice arrow is what I need because you saw the circle of flames and it uncovers hidden stairways. And then there's a raft. Use on piers to cross the opposite shore. And hookshot. Use this on distant targets to pull yourself to them. Okay, but how does that apply on the map? I don't know. You'd have to search. Adventure mode is wild, guys. I think that's like the big meat and potatoes of this game. But the legend mode was a lot of meat and potatoes already. I think the legend mode was added in. That might not have even been in the original game. That might have been added in the 3DS game. I have no idea. But we have everything in this game. Recorder, use this on a lake. And that was besides singles, so we'd also unlock this on that same one. So I can use that on a lake or an empty space to reveal enemies. To make Gods of Stone appear. And yeah. That item card shop allows me to unlock all of these. So that's just this one adventure map. The main adventure map. That's what those item cards were for. We have the Great Sea map. It is the very next map. And it's based on the Wind Waker. This might have been DLC in the original game. I have no idea. I only played this game. I didn't play Wii U and 3DS. So yeah, this is... I already looked through this. I've already opened this, and so it showed me that. So here, I would immediately unlock... I haven't played Wind Waker. I don't know their name, but I recognize them. I would immediately unlock her after I beat this battle and this battle. But I haven't done anything, because I haven't played Wind Waker. And then this is Petra. That is Petra. I can recognize her. And... Or Tetra? Sorry. You can correct me if I got it wrong. I don't see any cat. And this is like some ship dude. Isn't there... I could have sworn there was a link associated with this mode. But I don't see him on here. Master Quest, I'm not going to open that. It's just the same as the adventure map. But it has special Master Quest rules. So I guess it would be like Breath of the Wild, I don't know. Master Wind Waker map, so... Both of them have a master map. But then we have extra Twilight map. A map based on the Legends of the Twilight Princess. Certain areas are obscured by a Twilight Realm, so you'll need to warp or use item cards to get around. I'll probably play that after I play Twilight Princess. And then Termina map. I have played Majora's Mask, and so I did also open this, but this is one of the harder maps, and it sounds hard. I don't remember how it all works. I appear to be on day 3, whatever that means. Cool. but it has special mechanics on this map. As you roam around this map and go across the spaces, there's special mechanics that make it harder. Time ticks down until the moon falls from the sky. Venture to the far reaches of the map and search for clues to stop it. Guess what? You get to play Majora's Mask on Hyrule Warriors Definitive Edition. Kind of. Not really. You could really play Majora's Mask and not just try playing it through this version. That's why I'm not doing that with Twilight Princess or Wind Waker. I know that it would be a better experience if I played those games before I played the map in here. This is like a quick version of those. And then this Colin's Island map is a map based on The Legend of Zelda Link's Awakening. The Windfish is haunted by perpetual nightmares. Collect and use the instruments of the sirens to wake it. I think I accidentally opened that at one point. Not accidentally, but I kind of didn't realize. Hero is really hard. A map based on Legend of Zelda Phantom Hour. So Grand Travels is based on Phantom Hourglass and Spirit Tracks. Strange that they put them together. Also, notably missing, you might notice, is the Oracle games, and CGI games are of course not represented here. And Zelda 2 is not represented here. Those are the main games. Four Swords is also not here. I guess Minish Cap doesn't have its own map, but I think Minish Cap has some references somewhere. I'm not sure. I don't know. But yeah, I had looked up what Zelda games aren't represented on here, but here's Low Rule. This is based on A Link Between Worlds. This was my first Zelda game. This is hero mode, but I decided to try it. I really wanted to unlock Ravio. And thank goodness, he was just right here. This is the first space. I had to beat that one. And then the second space was Ravio. So what I had to do, I had to hunt down and defeat foes, and I don't really know how hard that was. It's not limited, but I don't know. But I unlocked Ravio. That's like, I think the only character locked behind adventure mode that I unlocked is Ravio. And so, that character select screen that I had earlier, that can be bigger. Not much bigger, because if you noticed, oh, and this has its own mechanics. Paths through fissures to explore both Hyrule and Low Rule to uncover their secrets. So, yeah. Oh, and there's also another character that I haven't unlocked. I think her name is Yiga. She was like a painter from Link Between Worlds. He's the one who made Link just attached to walls in this game. So, she would be quite interesting to have unlocked. It's just hard to get to that point. At least it's not as annoying as Mario Kart World. It's not RNG, you just have to get good. And spend a lot of time. At least they made Ravio pretty easy to get to. And another character in Great Sea was easy to get to. Hopefully no one is locked behind these master maps. And yeah, and the Termina map didn't have anyone to unlock. I can show you. There was no symbols for a character unlock. But you can unlock hearts or something. For various characters. Why is a fee? Anyways, here's a Skull Kid unlock. Here's a Young Link unlock, I think. I do think there's a Toon Link somewhere in this game. I just don't know where. And maybe I'm just crazy. Let's see, I've opened this one before. Maybe he's in here? No, that's Toon Zelda. Silly me. Yeah, you can unlock Toon Zelda in this game, and you can unlock... There's a lot you can unlock in this game. You can play as a lot of different characters, and this game is great for letting you feel powerful as those characters and just blow everyone away. That's basically all I can show. So, like, I would say the better game is Age of Calamity. Yeah, although it has a lot of FPS drops and such. So if you care about that, then maybe it's the Tears of the Kingdom game on Switch 2 would be better for you. It will have the good graphics, but its story is massively made up. It's not... They're largely filling in pieces that Tears of the Kingdom left to fill in. That's like... the main thing you get. Which... I saw a review of Age of Imprisonment, and that really got me... It kind of got me wanting to play Age of Imprisonment. They just speak highly of the game, and it feels epic, but so does Age of Calamity and this game, so... I don't know. This game has a whole lot of content. It will give you lots of content. If you've been a longer time Zelda fan than I have been, like you've been here from the start, you will probably really enjoy this game, at least the fan service of it. I don't know if you'll enjoy the mechanics. That's where you could play Age of Calamity first, maybe, to get you more attuned to the mechanics that this game will throw at you. But yeah, I just think this game doesn't get enough credit for how epic it is, how much content there is, how cool the music is. It's like Mario Kart World, but for Zelda. That's what this OST is. Yeah. It's cool. I don't think there is a place where I heard that there's a place where you can just play the music of, I heard that in Age of Imprisonment, there's a place where you can just play music, but I don't think this game has that. Or does it? Wait a minute. Oh, there it is. Silly me. Silly me. See, look, I've unlocked all of these, but then there's a lot that I haven't unlocked. Is there anything from... Do I only have the 8-bit? I don't really know. Linkle! Also, I really love the Linkle character, by the way. Linkle is just amazing. Yeah, the music is very cool. Having the 8-bit is kind of neat. They turned the freaking house music into battle music. That's just amazing to me. Then there's illustrations, which I've unlocked none of. That is, wait, oh, I have some of the pieces apparently. Okay. Where did I get these? Maybe I got them in the adventure mode or something. I don't know. View Warriors? What is this? I don't remember what this is. I don't know. There's a lot you can do in this game. I just forgot how much there is. I have a little bit more of an understanding. I was also like 17 when I was first looking at this game, so 17 or 18. I don't remember when this game came out. But yeah, basically, there's a ton to do in this game. If you have a Switch and you have the money, you can just buy this game and you get a whole lot of content if you really like Zelda. And you can just feel powerful fighting as various Zelda characters, but just be aware of who you're going to unlock in Legend mode and who you're going to unlock here. Hold on, let me get back to this screen. It was probably an easier way to get to this, but yeah, anyways, so basically this, aside from Rabio, is all the characters you can unlock in story mode. Or maybe more. I don't know if you can... You might be able to unlock them in adventure mode too. I have no idea. I apparently didn't complete Legend mode, so you might be able to unlock them both ways. Like, who knows? Maybe if I didn't unlock him in the Legend mode, then Skull Kid would have been somewhere in the adventure mode instead, but I don't really know. And then here's Linkle. He's cute. And then there's the less fitting characters, but yeah. The less fitting original characters. They're just here. Listen, they were having the time of their lives making this game. They just inserted their fan fiction characters while also giving a wrapped up present to people who enjoy Zelda. And again, this guy just fits right in. But yeah, so yeah, highly recommend if you've been a long time fan of Zelda. I recommend if you're a fan at all of Zelda and also a fan of Dynasty Warriors. And I could also recommend this if you played through Age of Calamity and maybe you want to get a grasp of other Zelda titles, or I don't know. But it'd be better to start with other things like Zelda game, Dynasty Warriors, or Age of Calamity versus just hopping into this game without starting any of those, because it's a little hard to understand. It will be easier to understand if you have some experience with something that this was based on. Something. Or Age of Calamity, because it introduces you to the mechanics. And yeah. But yeah, that was a lot of yapping. Because I had to, but yeah, I don't know. Yeah, that's all I've got. I've gone over time, unfortunately, but I really wanted to give this game its due in the stream. But yeah, maybe sometime I can show off more of the adventure mode. Maybe I can try to beat that first map in a stream. I don't know. I don't know if I can do that in 2 hours. I've literally like done so much of it already. It looks like, I don't know. I think I haven't played all of these maps. All these blocks I have unlocked, I think they might have been unlocked to start with. Oh wait. Skull Kid was unlocked in this map. Okay, so... okay, so that's how I unlocked Skull Kid. My bad. He was not in adventure mode. Oh, and there's young Link. I lied. those are not unlockable through story mode. I guess already unlocked them in this map, so. Anyways, that might take more than 2 hours to complete, which is how long my streams normally are, but maybe another stream I'll try to complete the adventure map. But yeah, for now, I meant to comment more on the new Hyrule Warriors. I mean, personally, I kind of feel done with the Breath of the Wild era. Kind of. But a review got me kind of wanting to play the new one. And Tears of the Kingdom got me wanting to play it. Tears of the Kingdom got me wanting a Hyrule Warriors game based on the past, but I just fell out of wanting it. Especially because of Switch 2. If it were on Switch 1, maybe I would get it, but anyways. I'm just rambling at this point. Sorry. Yeah, you're probably gonna get that new game if you can, but if you can't get that game because you don't have a Switch 2, this game can give you more Hyrule Warriors content for every Zelda game that isn't. Well, almost every Zelda game that isn't the Breath of the Wild era. Because yeah, so yeah. My title on Twitch is correct. If you're tired of the current Zelda era, I got you. Play this game if you think you'll like Hyrule Warriors. And that's all I've got. I'll see you guys later. Tomorrow I should be playing Super Mario Galaxy. And on Friday, which is unusual for me to stream on that day, but I'll be having my 5-year anniversary. I've been streaming for 5 years as of that date, and so I will be doing a acapella singing stream. So yeah, I'll fill up for that on Friday, and yeah, yep. So let me just get to this. So yeah, come back on those days for those streams, and yeah. Oh, and I updated the Discord link. If you want to join my Discord, the Discord link is updated. It'll only last for 2 weeks though, because I had some issues with bots joining, so yeah. I also updated the games list. I've added like several games that should have been on the list already. So yeah, if you look below on Twitch, you can find all that information updated. Yep. That's it. That's all I've got. I've gone way over time. I'll see you later. Oh, I'm sorry, sister. I just got started streaming. Too late for the stream. Bye. See you on Discord. Maybe.